my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. Getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. Getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money me alone.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Coach Ricks, man. This is Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, guys, please hit the like button, push the red subscribe button, like the videos, man, so you won't miss anything going forward. Try to make this, man, trying to get back on track with these Thursdays conversation with Bishop and read some of these emails, man. But I got some emails today, man, from some listeners, man, and some subscribers and everything, man, that are close to my heart, man, in the area. And they were talking about, Coach, why is all the hate toward Oklahoma? What's going on, Dalton? And I was like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people, man, they want to jump on the bandwagon, but at the same point in time, man, they keep poking the bear. They keep poking the bear, and they know what Oklahoma fans are going to do. It's a lot of clickbait and everything, man, because they want to get their information out, man. They want to get the love, should I say the hate, going in Oklahoma so they can be talked about, so they can get their numbers up and things like that. So I don't understand it. At the same point in time, man, I think a lot of people, man, just don't know what to think about Oklahoma this year because they think Oklahoma is still going to be the same old Oklahoma that is going to go 6-6, and I just don't understand it. Welcome to the show, my man, the one and only Mike, the Cool Cat Legend. What's going on, big dog?
It's you, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I just got home, and I said I better jump on and start knocking out some of these emails. But at the same point in time, man, we want to discuss why will Oklahoma rise above the hate.
Coach, Coach,
What's up?
if you've studied the Oklahoma Sooners, especially the football program, like I have, we've been hated since Benny Jones or Benny Owen. I'm sorry, Benny Owen. And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Oklahoma and Arkansas played under, and this is when Coach Owens was coaching. They played Arkansas in Arkansas. The referees let the fans throw rocks at our football team. And then when we was about to score, one drunk fan from Arkansas took a 6-shooter and shot into the goal line. Live bullets.
Man,
True story.
It ain't that serious.
So Oklahoma, if you look in our illustrious history, we've always been hated. Now, we always do rise above the hate. I mean, we up until between that law between Benny Owen and Bud Wilkinson, we had our law year about like the Snellenberger and all of that bull crap of the 90s, and then Bud Wilkinson come along.
Yeah,
got us back on a winning program. Well, we're hated again. Barry Switzer, we was hated. You know, so we always rise above the hate, Coach. That's Oklahoma. We are Oklahoma.
When you get people like On3 and these guys, man, that get on here, man, and talk sideways, I think a lot of us, man, have to really understand why they're doing it. Are they doing it just for clickbait? Or are they doing it just to see they can get a rise out of the OU fans? Which
I think it's both.
You know how we roll. You know, we roll a certain way to where we're not going to tolerate that shit.
Exactly. We are probably one of the most passionate fan bases in college, whether it's softball, basketball, football. If OU had a bass fishing team, we would be passionate about it. We are passionate about our Sooners. And I think these On3 jack wagons and all them others, I think they're doing it for clickbait and just to rile up us Sooner fans.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Bishop earlier. I mean, but you just got it's let's try to put it into perspective. You know, this is the best time to talk about football because there's no football going on. And you can pretty much say asinine shit right now. And it gets a lot of arouse, a lot of hoopla because we don't really know. Let's be honest. We don't really know what Oklahoma's going to bring to the table this year.
No, we don't, Coach.
We have an assumption, and if we can all just be honest with ourselves and everything, we feel how it's different. We feel it's different from last year.
Yeah,
we're seeing a lot of John Mateer and his podcast with certain guys, and then we're hearing some of the hoopla but then we have our own negativity from our own news outlet.
Yes,
talking crazy.
Probably one of the biggest Debbie Downers two biggest Debbie Downers in OU sports history, and one of them's fixing to retire from a local news station. One of them being Dean Blevins, and the other one is Barry Trammell.
I don't know what Barry's problem is, man. Barry has a hard on for Lincoln Riley so bad.
I know.
And is he just looking at it from the coaching side and what Lincoln did on the field versus the overall how Lincoln left Oklahoma?
I think that's what he's looking at. Coach, you and Jason have spoken about this time and time again. Lincoln's offense was giving people what they wanted: flash and dash. Well, Coach, you've been a coach. You know the game. You can have that flash and dash all you want, but if you ain't got a defense, you don't have jack diddly squat.
Look, and you're right, Mike. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know it, I know it, and the fans know it. That's what the problem is right there, is that we know it. We look at it. Let's use Patty as an example. Yeah. No matter who, she said today on her podcast, OU fans are so hard to please.
Yes. She
said it. She said because going 45-7 is bad. Fans talking about she said this is a young group. This is a young group of girls that she put together, and they're hungry and they're playing real good. Okay, look at BV.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted defense so bad at Oklahoma.
Right.
What were we willing to give up to get that defense?
Coach, I can answer you right now. Give me defense any day of the week for the flash and dash offense.
Well, the flash and offense, we've seen that movie.
Yeah, we've seen it.
It had a terrible ending. Mm-hmm. No matter how many damn points you look. What game did Lincoln go into in the CFP that people said, "Oh man, Oklahoma got a chance"? Every time it was they're overmatched, they were underdog, and the defense was terrible.
Yeah, and a prime example is when Lincoln played Georgia. We had them at halftime. All he had to do was went for the juggler and step on their neck, and it'd been over. But he didn't.
Yep. I that game right there, man, still bites me in the ass.
It does. I mean, it does.
You have Georgia down 17 at halftime. Could have been 20, but you did a damn squick click kick and gave them 3 extra points that I think that changed the momentum of that ball game.
It did.
But no matter how good your offense is, if you can't play defense, it's just that one time that if I can stop you, if you get possession, let's say you get 19 possessions, if I can stop you from scoring on 6 of them, and you can't stop me, ball game's over.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't stop a runny nose on defense.
Welcome to the show, my man Bishop Frank. Man, what's going on, big dog? You on mute. Bishop, you on mute. We can't hear you. Oh, I get it. You had to go off. But yes, Kimberly K, I saw that game today. Look, I think that we got to give these girls a chance.
Yes.
We can't just go in there thinking that they're going to be like the 4-time defending champs. That's unfair.
Right. And
What's
Coach,
going on, man?
Look at
What's going on, dog?
there's the Bishop.
Go ahead, Mike.
Here's the big picture that nobody's looking at with women's softball. We got just a few seniors, and they're mainly freshmen and sophomore. We wasn't supposed to have gone this far, and this should tell people of the world that Patty Gasso is the GOAT of NCAA college softball with her coaching prowess. And bar none. I'm taking away the 4-peat and all of that. You watch Patty Gasso's coaching style, them ladies love to play for her. And like you say, Coach, every time, them girls they're not just a one position player. They can play any position on that doggone field if need be.
I had them winning it next year.
I did too.
It's just me being real. I'm optimistic. I'm hoping that they go far. But when they swept Texas, I knew that was a wrap, because this was Mike White's year.
Yeah,
this was his year.
Right.
You got 8 seniors on your team. This was your year to get Oklahoma, and you got swept. They as my kids in my school would say, you got mollywopped.
Yep, got mollywopped
by some freshmen. So I think that we as OU fans, man, we have to be realistic when we talk about our team, because when people say things that are true about Oklahoma, even if it is true and it's bad, we're so quick to jump on the defend. Some of this shit is true. Some of it's true. But I'm never. Me and Bishop, this is gonna be a good night right here, because we still got to get on. We still got to get on Nick Saban's ass. Here in a few minutes. We're gonna get on his ass here in a few minutes, because that really make me mad. But to finish with Oklahoma, let's just be patient and see what they bring to the table. Let's stop reading these tabloids. Let's stop reading these people that don't really know Oklahoma. They are going by what a piece of paper is being put in front of them, and they're reading off of it. That's all they're doing. They have no idea that Oklahoma has the best quarterback out of the portal, the best running back out of the portal, and to me, I'm gonna say it, damn it, the best wide receiver out of the damn portal. And JJ. So you can sit there and say what you want to say. All I'm saying is, when we start whooping that ass, I don't want to hear, well, we didn't know OU was going to be this good. We didn't foresee. No, keep your lame ass excuses to yourself.
Yeah.
Just take this bill of sale and give me my receipt.
What was that boxer said on Harlem Nights? Don't take this ass whooping personal.
Don't take this ass whooping personal. It's just business. It's just business. But guys, honestly, I want the comments to come in too. Are we really, really shocked that they're saying this shit about Oklahoma?
No.
I mean, Bishop, What do you think?
Hey, y'all know the truth. Hey, if they start talking, then they're concerned. There's
That's what
something
someone
going
told me
on.
today, Bishop.
Yeah.
They told me that today. They said someone said, Will, you OU fans should be happy
I am.
because when they don't talk about you, that's when you need to be worried. When they're talking about you, they scared. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we'll see, and then we'll put that to bed. But I had some emails tonight, but I was like, oh no, we got to get on this Nick Saban. We got to get on this OU hate. We got to get on this ranking. We got to get on this John Gruden video with Jim Nagy sending him all this stuff. You know, that's my love, man, to see John Gruden name almost every position that Oklahoma had when he did that video. Now, if y'all ain't seen the video, I might try to play it. It might get blocked. I don't know. But I'm just saying that was the coolest thing, man, to see John Gruden go talk about the Selman brothers.
Yeah.
Dewey and all them, and talking about if you don't know about them, go check it out. And then talk about Adrian Peterson, talking about Gerald McCoy, talking about CeeDee Lamb, Kyler Murray, Baker. I mean, it just the list goes on. So this is why I'm so disappointed in some of these people is that Oklahoma has went into the portal and got better at almost every position.
Do you think that is because we now have Jim Nagy?
We were heading that way before
Jim, in the portal.
We were heading that way before Jim Nagy got here, but it's just he knows more people. He knows more insight. He has more relationships with other coaches, other players, because he was over the Senior Bowl. So he knows people who knows people who knows people that can say, hey, you need to go to Oklahoma. But I love what Jim Nagy said about Brent Venables. He said, if you're thinking that Brent Venables is not going to attack this season, you're crazy. He is going to attack. This might be the most aggressive defense that Oklahoma's had in almost 20 years.
And we didn't lose a lot to the Trent. We didn't lose a lot to the draft or the portal. I mean, we got these.
Patty Gasso is Mike White's daddy.
Yeah.
How did Bernie Mac say? I'm the out of Pappy.
Out of Pappy.
Out of Pappy. Dude, she has his number. She has his number. He
just the same as Bob Stoops had Mac Brown's number.
Dude, look,
man.
If OU wins a 5th national championship in a row, Patty Gasso for AD, president of OU, and governor. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Look.
Hey, we approve this message.
I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, and I'm gonna say it on this show. I only fear one team, and it ain't that I fear them. There's one team that they can't. OU can beat anybody. But today we saw they didn't hardly walk nobody. They didn't put. There probably might have been 3 runners on base the whole damn game. You can't give up free bases to any team in the SEC. Any team. But Tennessee out. They gone. I don't know who else won today. I didn't check the stats and everything before I got on. But
I know Texas and what's the name were tied up.
Ooh, Texas was tied with Ole Miss?
Yeah.
What? Ooh, I gotta bring this up. You know me. I'm petty like that. I'll be rooting for anything against Texas. Sign me up for it. All right. So Bishop, today, man, we were talking about something, man, that was dear to your heart, man. When it was talking about Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And his whining ass going on to just give everybody the cliff notes of what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I was just hitting you up, and I'm I notice how people, when they want to put themselves in a position, how all of a sudden he been saving all the way automatically concerned about, well, Mr. President, can you help us with this NIL deal? It's really messing up our game. And it's like, well, why do you even care? And it's just chats my heart.
But he can't get involved in that.
Yeah, I know.
Look, the one thing, man, that I always try to tell people and everything, and I don't try to get on politics that often because everybody get touchy, talk about people and their who they voted for, didn't vote for. I don't care about all that.
Yeah.
There are more crazy and important things going on in this world than you be worrying about some damn NIL.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's more important things to deal with in this world, crisis-wise, than worrying about young athletes getting paid money. Now, this is my problem I have with Nick Saban. You didn't have a damn thing wrong when you was paying players through your dealership.
That's right.
You didn't, because you had control over that. Here's the bigger picture. Bishop, you said it earlier. He's mad because Alabama they can't hang with the SMUs, the Texas and Texas A&M and all that and that money. You can't hang with oil money.
Mm-mm.
So I understand why you're doing it and you're lobbying for it, but is it worth jeopardizing your legacy to try to be an advocate for? Because it's making you look bad. It's making you look like you don't want players to get paid, but you were paying them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure it out, guys. I mean, like I said, we can sit here and do apples and oranges all damn day. It just don't sound good to me for a coach who has had the best players, one or two, the last 10 years, to be crying now about NIL money.
Yeah, it just to me it's silly because you start thinking about it. For one thing, when you go up there, have you put everything that would be connected to it? Have you Title IX? How would everything get done? How, when you do something, how would everything that's a part of it be affected? It's just like, hey, can you help us fix it? And then just leave it at that, and then said, okay, well, just let us know when you get back to us. Almost like, okay, Mr. President, he don't have anything else but he needs to do than to just try to fix some NIL. Now, it's the NCAA needs to take ownership, but understand this is Saban trying to, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I'm spitting my fire. I think he wants to be the commissioner of the NIL, of the NCAA.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
So
that ain't. Look, like I told you earlier, you cannot be a person against NIL and want to be a commissioner.
I agree.
Because you're going to try to put guidelines in place that's going to benefit you. That's going to benefit you. Look, look, guys. I can get real. I used to be around some inner city kids that were not privy and were not able to have, what I had growing up and other kids had growing up. And I would go stay with them, and I know what a single mom working 2 jobs and the boy is trying to raise himself. So the first bit of money he gets, oh, you can help me out of poverty. You can help me and help my mom. Where do I sign up?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gotten away from helping kids be comfortable in college to, I'm gonna give you $1 million just to come here. I'm gonna give you $1 million. But there's always something on the back page that you don't read that always bites you in the ass every single time.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to be honest, man. Is that I'm all for players getting paid. Don't get me
Me
wrong.
too.
I'm all for it, man, because these kids have bled, sweat, broke bones. I've seen players that had NFL futures get broke legs and broke ankles, and their dream is gone. So now they're living off the insurance money that they had before they went in. I'm just saying this is a multi-billion-dollar company, not million, billion-dollar company. You should have known from day one that when you put a bunch of billionaires together and say, okay, we're going to open it up and you can do whatever you want to do to get players there and pay them whatever you want to pay. Well, you already knew Texas A&M, SMU, and all the motherfuckers, they were licking their lips.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, I think SMU started the game way back in the day, didn't they?
Yeah.
man, look, Eric Dickerson,
Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson should have been banned from NCAA. Oh, shit, he had.
Yeah, what did he get? Like a brand new Trans Am and a few thousand dollars, and
We will not speak on that.
Look,
We-
hold on. I'm gonna answer this question right quick with OU Revenge Tour. But if Saban saves the sport, I'm all for it. I know there are only 3 or 4 schools that can keep this wild, wild west up. OU is not one of those 4. Let me tell you, if you think OU ain't got money, you crazy as hell.
oh, you got money.
But OU and Joe Castiglione, they're not going to play the money game.
Mm-mm.
That's a big difference. They're not going to play that game because they know okay, Bishop, like we said earlier, if I got 105 guys on my roster, okay, every cycle there's what, 35, 36 5-stars? Okay,
Thereabout.
let's say OU gets 5 of them. 5 good defensive tackles, 5 stars. How much you think that's going to cost you for each one?
Whew. I'll be happy to go down and get a cash advance loan.
Hey.
I can go,
Come on now, y'all
I can go
know
dig in my
what-
couch and try to get some change for you. Okay. I did this report, and I'm gonna tell you from what I was told from a reliable source here. Okay, I'm not gonna say the school, but most of y'all who know me know. I got a family member who's worked somewhere, and I can say it like that, so I won't get in trouble.
We know, Coach.
One 5-star from a certain area,
Mhm.
$2.3 million
Mhm. Mhm.
for a 5-star defensive tackle. That's just for one.
Knock
So
on wood.
if you get 4 or 5, and 4-star and 5-star are not that far apart. So if the 5-star is 2.5, the 4-star gonna be 1.8 or 1.2, something like that.
Yep.
If you get 10 of these kids,
Whew.
you're $15-16 million in the negative,
Yep.
just on the defensive side. Not talking about the quarterback, left tackle, right tackle, running backs, wide receivers.
Wide receivers.
So you have to learn that old saying: when to fold and when to hit.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Oklahoma and Jim Nagy, they're not going to play this game because if I can go out there and get 6 4-stars and 3 stars that can equivalent to 1 5-star, I'm going to do it.
Right.
That's what Jim Nagy is doing. He's going out and looking at film, looking at footage, and saying this is the direction that we're going to go.
Yeah.
I'm not, and now don't get me wrong. If we get another Joe McCoy, shit, back up the brake truck. I'll give you some of my 401k. We'll get him here. But OU's playing smart, and we're gonna see the fruits of that labor today. So think about it. They're not breaking the bank, and let's say that Oklahoma goes and they make it to the CFP and maybe win one game. That would be worth it
Mm-hmm.
because we got further than what anybody expected, and
Yep.
we didn't break the bank to do it. So
I'm glad
that's
you would say this. I wanted people to, now that you done open up the box for me, I'm gonna step all the way on through. Just think about the recruiting class that we got with David Stoneman and them.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of them stayed, and we know that the actual contracts are for just a year, and they have to re-up up. So that NI money did a huge investment for us for the fact we're able to keep them and also add key component pieces necessary to keep moving in the right direction. When you start thinking about that, the key component is you're having to always re-recruit your current kids,
Yep.
and also be adding pieces. And when you start adding it up, you'll start realizing that's how some people are saying 30 to 40 million dollars for recruiting.
That's right, Bishop. I couldn't. Boy, that was well spoken and elegant.
like, you guys forgive me. Y'all know what I'm doing.
You're
Yeah,
eating.
you're good, you're good. But hey, now, I I just I'm I realized that when they had hired Nagy, we went from playing checkers to chess, because now all of a sudden we start hearing uh, the different things that they're doing with the contract to be
Mm,
on the front end is base plus incentives, because your NIL can be built up through the year. So when the incentives hit and the kids hit their goals, you can always pay on the back end because you already had something building. And so that
mm-hmm.
base locks them in, but the incentives gives them where they can possibly out earn their current position. Because I can put it to where, okay, you'll earn, probably 2 to 3 hundred thousand more than what you would have if we just paid you outright.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying is a lot of people, once you start paying attention to it and you start hearing what they're saying, they're actually just telling you, hey, we're setting up a base, but with the incentives and everything, by the time you get done, and the incentives are really just based off what you did this previous year, and can you meet that same goal or exceed it? If you could do that, then you're going to earn more.
Right.
But
Oh yeah.
on the front end, you have enough to do what you need to do and keep moving the family along and keeping your nucleus. It's called playing chess.
Yep.
Well,
And
go ahead, Mike.
no, I'm good. I'm good, Coach.
Oh, I'm still eating. I'll let you
Yeah,
guys talk.
you know what he's doing. Go ahead and speak your mind.
No, man.
Well,
I had sessions tonight, so
You're good. You're
I'm
good.
trying to get it in where I can.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, looking at what now, Coach, you said it at the beginning of the show. We all of us, OU fans, on this panel, in the chat, and those that ain't listening, we don't know what in the world lies in store for OU football this year. We don't. We can guess, we can speculate, but here, if you pay attention, tea leaves will tell you everything you need to know. And if you look at what OU has done in the offseason, Jim Nagy, Ben Arbuckle's quarterback coach from Wazoo, John
Right.
McKeer, Ott, JJ. Now this might be a looks better on paper situation, but I am looking at the talent and the coaching talent and the upper echelon talent that is brought into OU, and that is telling me OU is sick and tired of being of being left behind. And with Brent Venables taking over the defense, he's sick of all the if you was to zap Coach V with sodium pentothal true serum, he would tell you he's getting tired of the naysayers, the hate, and the bitching and complaining. So the direction I see OU going right now, I mean, we hit rock bottom last year. And when you hit rock bottom, there's no way, there's nothing lower than rock bottom. You have to go up. And if you've seen on what all of the offseason moves we've done in the offseason, that told me right there everything I need to know. And now I'm off my soapbox.
No, no, man, you good. You good. Hey, we're all speaking the truth and everything. Everybody knows exactly what you said is the exact truth. All right. To answer someone's question, I think Oklahoma's playing Moneyball. Look, someone said Oklahoma's going to be Oklahoma 3U. How many 5 stars did Oklahoma have last year on their team total?
You had Stoney,
Mm-hmm.
Devon
Mitchell,
TJ out of our way,
who didn't play.
Devon Mitchell,
That's
who
3.
didn't play.
That's 3.
We had some crime and Italy. Jackson Arnold.
4.
Uh,
The reason why I bring it up for that reason, look, is this. You don't need 5 stars to win the championship. I try to get people to understand this. Just because you're a 5-star don't mean that you're going to come in and start. You're going to come in and immediately win a championship. You're going to come in and be dominant at what you do. There are levels and there are stages to this.
Yeah.
You got to come in and work your way, because once you come in as a 5-star, once you get on that damn jersey and you get in that room, you're no longer a 5-star. You are on paper, but in rotation and all that. Look, David Stone was a 5-star last year. He didn't start. He contributed, but he didn't start. So I really believe that BV, look, man, if you are a coach or you are someone that has ever coached before, you know the feeling when it's going to be a magical season.
Yeah.
You know. I'm telling y'all right now, who really has a team that everybody's talking about right now? Put it in the comments, guys. Who is a real threat that everybody's talking about right now? I don't think there's really a threat. People are saying Texas. Okay, Texas might be a threat on paper, but we really don't know what Arch is going to do for a full season. We don't know. He could be good. He could be damn good. He could be bad. He could be like Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
Who thought Jackson Arnold?
Who thought Jackson Arnold?
Crap. Echo.
Echo.
I don't like that. My bad. Cut that down.
What happened?
Hold on. I don't like the echo. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I never heard an echo, Coach.
It sounds like a reverb. Coach.
Hold on. All right. What about now?
I don't hear it.
Okay. Let's just put it like this. I hear it now. Do y'all hear it, or is it just my speakers in my headphones?
I don't hear nothing, Coach. I really don't.
I hear you.
I don't hear no reverb or echo.
Okay. Arch might be a bust. We don't know.
We don't know.
So to sit here and say that he's going to be this or be that, we actually don't know.
Mute.
So
So
at the end of the day, we got to
today,
look at it
we
as
got to
what
look
it's
at
worth.
it as what it's worth.
Jackson Arnold came
Jackson
in. We
Arnold
had
came
no
in.
clue
We
he
had
was going
no
to be a
clue
bust.
he was going to be a bust.
No clue.
No clue.
So
So
Texas,
Texas,
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
I think the only
I
threat
think
that
the
we
only
have
threat that we
is Notre
have
Dame,
is Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
and they got to play a
They got
juggernaut
to
schedule.
play a juggernaut schedule.
So we also know
We also know
what you're doing when you
what you're
mute
doing
your
when
mic
you
and your
mute your
camera
mic
is off. Coach
off.
farting. No, it ain't
Coach
that.
Barton. No, it ain't that.
Trying to eat these burritos.
Trying to eat a burrito.
Trying to eat these burritos. But no, man.
But no, man.
It's just hard right now, man, because I really don't know if it's just hold on. I don't know if it's just the way people have it perceived to be that Oklahoma is just bad and they're going to always be bad under BV. And I think that's horseshit. I think BV is a damn good coach. I think he's getting us to where we need to be, and we just need now for things to turn around. Because who would have thought that BV would have 2 6-6 seasons when he came back to Oklahoma? No one thought that. So it's just oh, it's Mike. I'm just saying it now. Mike, whenever I mute you, I don't get an echo no more.
Did I unplugged?
Let me see. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep. It went away. Okay. It went away. So I think whenever I can. Okay. I'm gonna mute you guys, and then when we want to talk, mute yourself, and then when we talk and everything, we'll come unmute. I just think, man, that right now, man, people want to believe so bad in BV, and we need to trust him right now, because I think he can turn this ship around, man, and get this where it needs to be. Because with that defense that he brought back to Oklahoma, and now with a guy that can call offense, I believe, man, that we are really going to finally see the true potential of Oklahoma. And I think that scares a lot of people. That scares the shit out of people that BV now went and got him a damn prolific OC that can call plays, and now he can turn everything over to Ben Arbuckle, and Ben Arbuckle has Bill Blankenship. I mean, not Bill Blankenship. He has these guys and everything. He has Kevin Wilson and all these guys around him that he can just give him the offense, and he can focus on defense with the 4 horsemen that he got back together. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all are sleeping on Oklahoma and this damn defense. I'm just telling y'all, if y'all think that teams gonna come out here and score 30 and 40 points in Oklahoma, y'all, I don't know what TV show y'all watching, but I'm just telling y'all, man, there's never been a team to score that many points on Brent Venables, Miguel Chavis, Bates, and now you want, man, get the hell up out of here. Come on now. Let's keep it real. Clemson 2.0 is in Oklahoma right now. And when we start whooping that ass, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear, well, we knew y'all could do it. We knew BB. No, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Keep the negativity going all season long. So when we start cashing in them damn checks that y'all been writing, I don't want to hear nothing. All right.
Yeah.
That's my gripe. I'm muted.
All right, yeah, and I'm ready to spit my fire on that. All of those people that with all of those receipts, those seats are becoming due in this next season, and the reason you keep chirping is because you see the foundation of where we're about to go. So you're right. You should be concerned because playtime is over. And it's time to spit fire for real. You're on the menu and you're on the clock.
Go ahead, Mike.
I had a guy the other day at the cafe start whining about we got Kevin Wilson on the staff. And I said, okay, whine all you want to, baby. But who was our OC during Sam Bradford's days when we had Slinging Sam and Jermaine Gresham and Alan Patrick and Moses Madu and we was just tearing that ass up. I mean, just because Kevin Wilson was unsuccessful at Texas, or not Texas, Tulsa, and had a pretty good stint at Indiana. Look at his track record when he was OC at Oklahoma.
And I'll just double back on that. Just think about, because he's here, we didn't go get another tight end. I just wonder how much he's playing into making sure what we have is capable of being in the SEC. Just food for thought.
No, I agree with that, man. Like I said, it's I'm looking at all these comments, man, and I love these fans, man, that's in here. I mean, the shit that they throwing up on these comments, man, y'all are on point. I like it all. I love, where is it at? I love this one right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? This one. Right there. Mike, you need to stop drinking.
Lime and lemon.
You need to stop drinking. But also to be serious, a lot of the fans are saying Texas is going to be Oklahoma's. Texas is going to be the team to beat. I don't believe that, man, because like I tell you guys, man, we really don't know what Arch is going to bring. Arch was just thrown into the game. Sometimes he played some games against low-level competition. That first game is going to be hell for him. Going to the Horseshoe, that's going to be a tough game. And with a young offensive line too. I'm just saying, man, it don't look good and don't sound good for them to walk in there with question marks at the offensive line. We've seen that game before, and it wasn't pretty for Oklahoma. Now, yes, Texas not Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not Texas. I just believe that everybody's sleeping on Oklahoma's offensive line. Just because they were bad last year don't mean that they're bad this year. You get better with time when you progress from one season to the next season. That means nutrition. That means the study. That means the weightlifting. That means the overall aspiration of knowing what to do and when to do it. That is a real big thing, man. You don't think, you just do. So when you come into an offense or defense and you have to think a lot, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I always tell my players, if you mess up, you better mess up going 100 miles per hour. Maximum effort, always, every time. So BV's calling defense this year. He probably could have called it last year. We don't know. We know that he had his fingerprint on that defense somehow, some way. He's going to always have his fingerprint on his defense. He's not going to give it away to anybody. But I'm telling you guys, man, from what I'm hearing here on the East Coast, Wes Goodwin is making a dent on the East Coast recruiting for Oklahoma. I keep hearing that name. Every time I go to a seminar, I keep hearing that name. I keep hearing that name, hearing that name, hearing that name. The rumor is he's trying so hard to make sure BV does not fail. He's going to places, and I've seen him. Let's just put you like that. I've seen him. We've heard about where he's been trying to get we know who. But we can't say anything because until it becomes official, we can't say anything. And I don't want to say anything because that's not my place. And I don't want to put anything out there that might not happen. All I can tell you is he's recruiting his ass off on the East Coast for Oklahoma. So 4-star, 3-star, whatever. He's bringing talent to Oklahoma.
Coach, I've got a question for you and Bishop. Since
Yes,
y'all coached the game.
Yes, sir.
Somebody like Wes Goodwin, you walk into a potential player's home to recruit him. How do you sell what happened last season on a 6-6 team and the troubles that how do you sell that to the kid and his parents?
You be honest. You be honest. Well, Bishop, you go first.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Bishop. Go first, Bishop.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say the same thing. Bottom line is you see where we're at, and we have missing pieces, and you're the missing piece. Period, point blank. And understand this: we're not gonna hide away from it, but we're gonna head straight into it, and we want you to be an integral part of being a part of that.
My selling pitch, Mike. The issues that we had last year, we addressed them. As you see the new hires that we've had, we addressed those issues that we had. We had some inconsistencies and everything with our OC. We had 2 OCs last year. We were trying to, and this is a good thing about that. Being honest, we had an OC. He wouldn't get the job done, so we relieved him of his duties, gave it to someone else. We progressed a little bit, but then we fell back into that same OC. So we had to go out and reevaluate and get us a real OC to come in here and call the plays that, as you know, Oklahoma has always been known for their offense. Well, I need for you to come here and help us be good on our defense. So we've addressed the issues on our defense. We had 6 wide receivers out last year. We brought wide receivers in this year. We addressed everything that hurt us and hindered us last year. We addressed those inconsistencies. Now we're ready to move forward. We need for you to come help us build this roster back up to where it needs to be and put Oklahoma back on the map where it needs to be. That's my selling pitch.
Y'all two had the best answer that I was looking for, which goes back to the title of this video. About the hate. Them haters aren't seeing what we see as OU fans who live it, breathe it, watch it. It's in our DNA. It's in our blood since God knows whoever. And when you see OU make the adjustments and hires that they did in the off season, if you don't say that OU is I'm not going to say they're back, but they're moving in the right direction, then my famous saying, you're drinking your own damn bathwater.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go, look, man, one thing I've learned when I walk into a recruit's parents' house, you never want to get caught in a lie.
Mm-mm.
You never want to get caught in a lie. You never want to be you have to go in there knowing. And I tell some parents all the time, man, it's like, look, I don't have the answer. I really don't. I said, we learn on this job on a daily basis. Things change, status change. Recruits come, recruits go. Only thing I can tell you is that I will be loyal to your son or to your daughter. I will give them the opportunity to be a student athlete at the whatever college I'm at or whatever high school I'm at. But you have to go in there and be honest, because parents can see through bullshit. Kids can't. Kids only see the money. They only see what I'm about to come into. I'm about to come into some money, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get this chain. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna get the girl. Mom and dad are looking at, how are you going to take care of my child? What will my child be exposed to? What will my child be able to get out of this? Be honest.
And here's another perfect sales pitch or recruiting pitch for us. And Bishop he pulls this like Doc Holliday pulling a gun. 2 words.
Bang.
Soul mission. Soul mission.
Bang.
Look, guys, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I can use this. She graduated now. Alicia wanted to go somewhere, and we didn't let her go. And the reason why we didn't let her go, she went on an official trip, and she ended up in a strip club.
Ooh.
And we found out, and she ended up in a strip club, but she also, and it's, my wife is crazy. Let me put it like that. When it comes to her babies, she that little Asian chick, man. Look, don't get her started. Hey, man, look, coach can talk all the noise he want. I know what battles I can fight and what battles I ain't gonna fight. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to them girls, man, look, I couldn't even say nothing. She already had it. Nope. Go get my baby. Well, ain't go get my baby. Drove down there and got her. Recruiter was like, well, we apologize. Nope. She ain't going here. Take her name out of the hat. I apologize. Because one thing you're not going to do and everything, man, is try to sell my child on something that's false. Nothing about education was brought up. Nothing about making her a better person, about making her a better woman. Nothing was brought up about her nothing. Everything was about, well, we're going to give her this, we're going to give her that. I don't want you to give her shit. I want her to earn. Because I already know that life is not going to give you anything. You got to learn everything. And I just want my girls to have an even keel with some of the men. And that's hard. That's a hard ask. But at the same point in time, man, when I go meet parents, man, I just got to be real. And I think that's why parents love me so much, man. I get along with parents because I'm genuine. I don't lie. If I don't have the answer, hey, I'll get you the answer. I'll call our AD, or I'll do so and so and so and so. I will get in contact with somebody that can get us the answer for you. And I do that. Even if it's 3 or 4 days later. Hey, Miss Smith, I want to get back with you on your answer, the question that you asked me. This is the answer. Hopefully that suffice. Is there anything else you need me to go into more details? I will give you the person that you can call, because I'm entrusting you with my baby to take care of her or him while I'm not there. And that's a big ask, man, because some people are crazy about their kids. They are crazy about their kids, man. And I have to trust you to have my child's best interest at heart.
I got kind of a funny story to go along with that. Everything's earned, not given.
Yeah.
Well, in my tender, youthful years, I would get an allowance for cleaning my room, mowing the yard, blah, blah, blah. Well,
Bishop crazy.
Bishop.
He crazy.
So the little legend figured out that, hey, I was looking at this catalog, and I said, Mama, how do you get all this stuff? She went in her and Daddy's bowling ball bag and pulled out green stamps. She said, you can buy stuff out of that catalog with these green stamps. And I know this pleased I said, Mama, I know you give me a little bit of allowance a week for cleaning my room, mowing the yard. In lieu of money, could you give me green stamps? So I would work for green stamps and fill them books up, and that's how I'd buy what I wanted. Thought I'd share that with y'all.
Hold on. I'm going to put down who here knows about green stamps.
You got Daddy. He was an owner, operator, truck driver. He would get so many green stamps for getting fuel at a truck stop. When we'd buy,
I'm gonna put that down there. Who here knows about green stamps?
And then when we'd go to the grocery store, how many dollars worth of groceries you bought? You got green stamps when you bought your groceries. And then Mom and Daddy, when Daddy was in off the truck, they was on a bowling league, and they would bowl for green stamps, them old S&H green stamps.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
so that was my allowance.
Well, we've said it before. I want to ask again.
Go ahead.
Who here? And just be honest, guys. I don't mind the answer. I just want to know. Do you see Oklahoma having a 6-6 record this year? Be honest. Just be. No. I mean, in the comments. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I mean, like I said, it's just I want to get an assessment of it, because there are some that really believe, regardless of BB calling the defense, regardless of them having 7 new quarterbacks that they're going to face, they still feel like Oklahoma's going to be 6-6. Now,
let them think it.
Even though they have one of the hardest schedules, no, OU has the hardest schedule. Them in Florida are tied for who has the hardest schedule. If we really look at the schedule, they could have won those games last year if they had the offense. I believe they could have won the Missouri game. I believe they could
Ole
have won the Ole
Miss.
Miss. They could have won the Ole Miss game. I believe they could have won the Tennessee game.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Arnold gave them 17 points.
Inside the 10.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Sooner in Texas, no 6-6. You see him? Oh, so you mean 6-6 or no 6-6?
I think he's saying we're not going 6-6. I think that's what Sooner in Texas
He
means.
said, "Man, you got off the green stamps." Hey, look. Hey, man, look. Well, I'll get on that here in a few minutes. Okay. So far, nobody says 6-6. Now, here's the thing that everybody is arguing about and mad about. I'm not mad at OU's not in the top 25 on some people's list.
Man,
The one thing, man, that I love that Shannon Sharp said one time, man, that cracked me up when he's talking to Skip about when he fights the lion, he wanna beat the drum and let the lion know I'm coming. I want him to know I'm coming, so I can look right in his eyes and say I'm coming. I think Oklahoma is going to really, really surprise some people this year. And with the defense being so tenacious, and with the defense being so nasty, look, the one thing that nobody's talking about, nobody, you don't think that Kevin Wilson and Ben Arbuckle is in the laboratory scheming up some shit? You crazy?
you know
nigga.
it.
You crazy as hell. Kevin Wilson had the best offense in history in 08. 6 games, 60 points. Now, take it for granted. It was the Big 12. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It was the Big 12. But football is football. I can only play who's in front of me. I don't look. Okay, let's go. Let me get the schedule. Hold on. It don't piss me off now. I gotta get this schedule up. No. I'm just saying, man. It's I know football. I know. I look, Bishop, and you know it. I've been around football, man, 30 years. Longer than some people been born. 30 years. I know football. I know football like the back of my hand. And okay, I'm gonna jump off the boat and jump back on. I got a 6-year-old flag football team right now. 6-year-old, 6-year-old kid. And my quarterback is calling plays on his own. Six years old. And his dad, which I'll say his name, Travis was like, I love when you do that. Some people feel like they're too young. They're never too young. I'm going to throw everything at you at a young age because I want you to always be prepared. So I got 8 kids and this little redhead kid named Elias.
It's always the redheads.
First week. Elias, huh? You know, first week, just look at the star. He is my LT. Nothing gets by Elias. Nothing. I teach him technique. We were working on zone defense last week. 6 years old. All the parents were like, I want to be on that team. I got parents from the other team won't be on my team because I'm teaching them at 6 years old a zone defense. So Emmett is my quarterback, which Emmett is like my second son. My wife raised him. She was his nanny for 6 years, and she raised him. Well, now he's on I decided to coach his team because no one wanted to coach him, and I was like, okay, that's God's way of saying it's my turn to coach him. So he loves Mr. Will. So when everybody found out that I was the coach, Emmett just lit up. Travis was like, okay, this is gonna be kind of weird because he knows you. Well, he's the kind of kid that when he gets hurt, he'll cry, and then mom will come get him. off the field. He started crying one day and starts crying. And I told him why. I told Cat, nope, stay off the field. He all right. Let's go, Emmett. And he gets up, brushed off, wipe his eyes, and he goes. Emmett is so fast, and I'm gonna say it. That little white boy can run. hey. He hit that sideline, and man, look, let me tell you. I was like, oh. I said, Travis. He said, yeah. I said, okay. I got another little black kid named Eden. I said, Eden, pay attention. Anyway, Eden is Barry Sanders.
Golly.
Hey, and you can't catch him. So jump forward. I got these kids now to where we played a little game, and I said, Emmett, call it. Coach, you didn't give him the play. He know what to do. Call it. Coach, you sure? Call it, Emmett. Emmett, call the running play. And it's just simple. 21. 21 means two hole. Simple. 21. He handed it off, touchdown. Oh, yeah. Elias, get the flag. Elias lines up the 3 technique. He's down in 3-point stand. His first move is come up, that hand come up and go by him, pull flag. Little redhead kid. First week he didn't talk to nobody. And then the best players for last. Finn is my Brian Bosworth. He's my middle linebacker. My corner is 5. My other corner is 1. My defensive tackle is 2. My other defensive tackle is 4. My linebacker is 3. I'll call a number out. They'll do a fake blitz up to the line real fast and then peel back. 4. Run up the blitz. Now the quarterback don't know where the blitz coming from. And it's the backside blitz. 6 years old, guys. 6 years
Golly.
old. 6 years old. So when Travis told me, put him aside, he said, Will, he said, I'm going to say this, man, not because I know you. He said, you are a godsend. Some people hold information from kids because they feel like they're not ready. I'm not that kind of coach. I'm going to throw everything at your ass. And if you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. But now, man, my team is so good that I ain't even got a coach. I stand on the sideline and I let Finn call the defense and Emmett call the offense. And the parents are like, I can't believe he's doing it. He can't even clean his room up. He don't pay attention. I tell him to go to the trash, y'all. He forget it. I said, when you introduce kids to sports and they excel at it, you get a whole new child. You get a whole new kid. So now back on to this thing right here. I'm saying now. I'm sorry.
I want to say something right quick, Coach. My brother.
Yes.
Way back in the day, I was still in high school. Him and his buddy coached Pee Wee T-ball.
Yes, sir.
And you was talking about the kid looking up in the sky. They had an outfielder. His name was Jerry Wayne. Good ball player. But when that airplane was fly over, he'd throw his glove down and start shooting the airplane with finger guns.
Hey, dude, Mike, there's some stories, man. We can go back. We can go back to some days. The first time I ever got hit blindside and didn't see nothing coming, I was on the field for like 2 minutes. Out. Oh, here come my mama. I'm like, oh God. So smell salt came out. I think I was a sophomore in high school. I mean, a dude named Michael Collier in Spiro, Oklahoma. He hit me clean.
Oh, you got hit by Collier, huh?
Mike Collier. Look, let me tell you something. And I say this, man, and it's fun. These guys, we're like family back home. We call them WB. We made nicknames. We call them Wonder Bread. We don't say white guys, white boys. We call them WB, Wonder Bread.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So anyway, Mike's talk noise. I hit him clean. I hit him. He hit me. He said, "Don't come in the 3 technique again." Don't tell me I'm blitzing. Okay, we'll see. I'll meet you in there. Okay. Well, I faked the blitz, but I'm gonna go around and do an outside 9 blitz. So the quarterback didn't know I left. So I cheated in, cheated back out, went all the way around to the backside. Well, I didn't see Mike doing a crack block. Because you're supposed to call out crack block. Well, he didn't call it out. And then I stood there waiting for him to come. And all I know, you seen that commercial on you seen this the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Whenever Uncle Phil throws out Daz.
Oh yeah.
Throws him out and he goes out in the front yard. But that's how I went. Smell Salt came out. My mom came out on the field, and the whole thing I was saying, "Mom, get off the field. Get off the field. My baby, get off the field.
My baby."
That's embarrassing, man, when your mom come on the field and she want to whoop everybody's ass.
Didn't you know that Mike Collier was the is why Cat designed the D9 Dozier?
I didn't know that.
No, I'm making it funny, but Collier, man, that guy was a one-man wrecking crew.
That's a bad dude, man. He's one of those. He one of them cornbread fed that lift lawnmowers and tractors. And hey, he was pulling a tractor, dude, the old-fashioned way with the rubber tire band. And I'm like, dude, what you doing? He said, this is how we lift weights. I said, that ain't weights. That's a damn tractor. He would push a tractor and all. I mean, back in the day, man, we did all kind of crazy shit back in the day.
He could lift the front end, the back end of a Volkswagen, don't you, off the ground?
No, I ain't doing all that shit, man.
You know, Collier could do that, don't you?
I didn't know.
He could lift the Volkswagen up off the ground by the bumper.
Oh shit, I didn't know that either. See, Mike know. Mike know him. See, you know them guys from Spyro, but they was a speed.
He was what you call country fed.
Hey,
yeah.
Anybody, man, that if you want to watch some good games, if you could go back, man, Spyro had some of the best games I've ever seen in my life. Not because I played there, but when Coach Blankenship was there, Bill Blankenship was there. It was Bill Blankenship. Then we had a big old guy named, oh God, what was his name?
Well, you got to remember too, Coach, that
Coach Garner.
Yeah,
he left with Bill Blankenship. He went to Broken Bow. He had us running into sand pits. Sand pits was our thing. Sand pits.
Yeah.
And cleats and boots and full gear. And I'm like, what is this doing? Man, look, we never got tired in the ball game.
Exactly.
Ever. If you got tired, he tell you get tired. Come on over here. Well, if you go on the sideline, Mike, them guys in Spyro, they're so talented. If you come out, you might not go back in. So don't get hurt. Don't be bullshitting. I'm just telling you, dude, there are some guys. There's a guy right now, man, that's in the Canadian Hall of Fame named Henry Burse out of Fort Coffee, Oklahoma. If you think I'm lying, this kid was so good. He played for the Green Bay Packers. He played for the Chicago Bears. He played for the Minnesota Vikings. He went back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then he did 15 years in the Canadian League. He won 3 cups in the Canadian League. He is now in the Hall of Fame in the Canadian League. He's my neighbor in Fort Coffee. We all grew up together. Mac Chambers right now is the coach in Muskogee. Right now, he's a baseball coach in Muskogee.
Well, Coach, don't Don't
What?
forget about y'all. Don't forget about y'all's golden gem from Spyro, Rodney Shope.
Rodney Schultz. Hey,
Yep.
hey, in my list of the best players out of Fort Caulfield, there was a guy named Ryan Franklin. He was the only white kid that hung around all. Ryan Franklin hung around all black boys. We call him, you know, WBB, white boy brother.
Yeah.
But he hung around all of us. So when I tell you he had that swag, he had that, you know, that thing, he'll tell you, come on over here in this spot right here. Let me drop this wet on you. He played basketball. Anyway, let me get off this, man. I'm getting away from Oklahoma stuff, man. I'm talking about personal stuff. I apologize,
But Coach,
guys.
before you do, you got to remember though, maybe from where my grandparents lived in southeast Oklahoma, I run Spyro, Tallahena, Albion,
Yeah.
Buffalo Valley. So I know all the, and you know
Well-
I ain't talking smack. You know I ain't talking smack when I know Philip Sebo.
Yeah. Benji said they call my buddy Cracker Jack. Hey, we got a guy right now in my job. He called we work with like it's like 2 white guys at my job. It's mainly Mexican, black, and Asian guys. And we we call them pastry dough. Why? I have no idea. We got this old black guy. He's about 60 years old, named Mr. Jones, and he works in the office. He is the coolest guy, man, I've seen in my life, man. Always got a smile on his face, man. Always funny. Huh? My wife says, what? She said I sound racist. I'm not racist, Amy. I'm just saying it's just
Yes, ma'am.
you know
Yes,
how
ma'am.
men you know how men are. You know how we do when we get together. We just talk crazy. We don't mean
Well,
no
Coach,
harm.
one of our fans that
Barber
sent us
shop.
an email. One fan that sent us an email here a while back
Said
said
that
me
we
and
are
you.
Gene Wilder,
And-
and Richard Pryor.
Yep.
That's
I
racist.
I took that as a compliment because them was my 2 all-time favorite comedians.
My wife says you can't talk like that with everyone. My bad, guys. You can't talk like that to everybody. You know.
But Coach, I'm going to talk to you serious for a minute, and I've discussed this with Bishop many times. I am fortunate for one to have grown up in a half and half population in Luther. You know, half black, half white, and I had a black nanny growing up because my dad drove a truck,
Mhm.
and so I had a black
so
nanny.
you got home cooking. So you got some
Yes.
home cooking.
And I went to my first all black church when I was 6 years old, and let me tell you something, there ain't like going to you when you go to an all black church, you will get the Holy Spirit. I promise you.
Hey, you stupid on that one. That's a good one. My Chuck says, what y'all call the brothers? I can't say it on TV. I can't say it on the pop. My wife she'll get me.
You know what my nickname it was from my black friends because I was little in high school? They called me Shank Bone.
Lemon says, I can confirm that Mike is speaking the truth. But hey, look, Chuck, you're right. A lot of white children had black nannies back in the day. My grandmother,
and I tell you what, I love
my great grandmother. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love that woman just like my own mama, and don't think for one minute I didn't get my little butt busted from her either.
Hey, my great grandmother watched 14 white kids along with my mother. Was it my mom? Was it my great grandmother? A great grandmother. My Messi was my great grandmother. Okay, so my great grandmother, because my mom and then my mom's mom is my grandma. So my great grandma watched 14, 15 white kids in the neighborhood. Back then, man, they make it seem like it's real bad, but in the country, in some parts of the country, it's so laid back. You think it's racist, but it ain't. It's so laid back.
It ain't.
I think the inner city made it real bad, but I know back in the country where I'm from, we were integrated with the white kids a lot, so we didn't have this beef with. I mean, because the white kids, we all were poor. it,
Yeah.
it ain't like they up here and we down here. We're all on the same even keel, so we got along. You know, they didn't have, we didn't have, so we made it work. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't like it, man, when people say racist, man. I don't think I'm racist.
Yeah.
Or we racist. I think that we just have fun, and you have to make it fun in order to see past a lot of the hurt and a lot of the anguish that a lot of people go through. Like
Hey,
when I
me and
say,
her boy, me
I
and
say
her son,
WB, yes. Go ahead, Mike.
me and her son, we went through FFA together. He dipped Copenhagen like me, and most of the black guys in Luther was as redneck as me. They listened to country music, drove a pickup truck, and had a shotgun and a deer rifle in each rack. You know, we was all brothers. You know.
Now that's one thing that we all have in common. I love to hunt. We love to hunt. I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
that's what
no doubt.
everybody did. I love to hunt. I loved when I was younger. I
Coach.
loved to hunt. I loved to fish. I mean,
Mhm.
that's all we did growing up, and everything was fish and
Yeah.
hunt. So, but anyway, I know everybody's got like y'all just talking about crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to make
My
a point.
Ryman,
Go ahead.
me and Ryman, he's telling the truth there. Me and him share a friend from Luther, and he is 100% salt of the earth.
Okay,
Even though he's older than I, and
Yeah.
he is a genuine good guy.
I want to get back to this 6 and 6 thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we get off here in a few minutes. I think, man, that like people were saying they don't see Oklahoma going 6 and 6. I think if Oklahoma starts out the where they're supposed to, I think a lot of the hype is going to come back. But even those teams, man, that everyone thinks is going to be a hard game, I think Oklahoma, man, is going to excel in those games because when you look at it, who really gives them a threat?
Alabama.
Alabama.
LSU and Alabama.
But look at it like this, guys. Last year, when and like I said, that was last year. We can sit here and say what we want to say. I think that Oklahoma is going to be a little bit better next year. So, excuse me. So even if it is Alabama, or is Alabama going to come in there and are we going to go in there and they're just going to blow us out?
No, I think it's going to be a hard fought game.
I think the defense is still going to keep every game close.
Yep.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why everybody is just picking Oklahoma to go 6 and 6. What 6 teams are going to beat them in this defense? And see, everybody's still thinking that Arbuckle is not going to come in and do his job. I just don't know, man. Like I said, a lot of people are sleeping on Oklahoma, and I don't think that they really understand how good they're going to be.
I know.
So
Yeah.
you know, I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all. So I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
go
don't
through
think
schedule.
they also leading into it. I know our boy Jason has talked about it. There's a lot of new starting quarterbacks in the SEC.
But see, they're not talking about that. They're not talking about that. And that's the one thing that is puzzling me is that Oklahoma's going to play 7 new quarterbacks. 7. So, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna bring it up. Let's bring it up, and then we're gonna look at the schedule, and then we can sit here and say what we want to say. All right. So let me bring it up. Share screen. Right here. All right. So let's look at it like this. You got Illinois State. We ain't not even worrying about that game. I feel like Illinois State's gonna walk into an ambush.
Yeah.
That might be the game that Oklahoma tried to score 100.
Yeah.
One thing I love about Arbuckle that he said in one of his interviews that I love. He said, and it's the old Steve Spurrier attitude. It's not my job to stop scoring. It's your job to stop me.
Mhm.
So unless BB calls them off, Arbuckle's going for 100.
Mhm.
Because you pull out John Mateer and you put in Michael Hawkins.
Woo.
You go from 1A to 1AB. I mean, so and nobody's talking about the progression that Michael Hawkins is getting under the quarterbacks coach that came from
I know
Washington
it.
State.
Yeah.
I know it.
Now, Michigan is still in that rebuild year. I believe Underwood might, look, I keep going back to Milroe. If Oklahoma did that to Milroe, you think they won't do that to Underwood?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I know Underwood might be a better passer, but he's a freshman.
Yep.
Milroe had 4 years of experience, and he still got treated like a wet food stamp.
Coach, the thing
Like
is he's used to BB's multi task defense. He
BB
hasn't
is
seen
going
a
to
defense
him,
like
man.
that.
They're going to throw a lot at him. Look, everybody know how complex BB's defense is, but
Yeah.
you won't not know where the blitz coming from. So you're 1-0. Michigan, dude, I just think that Oklahoma's just gonna win that game. I mean,
do too.
one thing Michigan is good at is what? Running the ball.
Running the ball.
One thing OU did last year, even when it was terrible, is
Stopping the run. Stop the run.
You not gonna run on them.
Mm-mm.
Not on that front seven, you ain't.
Mm-mm.
So what do you guys think? 2-0? 1-1?
2-0.
2-0.
All right. Temple.
But
We've already played them before, but it will be at Temple. It will be at Temple. We beat them last year, what, 51-3?
mm-hmm.
It might be 61-2. We might overslap the ball trying to kick it out of the end, but get safety. Dude, look, the game that I really want to see is the Auburn game.
Yeah.
I really want to see how Jackson Arnold plays in that game. Coming back to Norman.
He's good. But the fans are going to be booing in that game when he steps up.
They're going to do more than boo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're going to do more than boo.
What is that,
He's
Trap
on the
House?
menu.
He's on the menu. That's what Trap says.
But we're looking at the schedule, man, and we're looking at it, and yeah, I mean, Kent State winnable, damn sure winnable. Texas got to play Florida before they play us,
Uh-huh.
and they got to go to the swamp. I'm just saying, man, the schedule is tough, guys. Don't get me wrong, the schedule is tough, but I'm looking at it. It lines up right with us.
It does.
I don't really fear that South Carolina game like everybody else does.
No, I don't either.
It is now. If it's a night game, it does get a little rowdy in that stadium. But I like BV because BV has went to that stadium plenty of times and shut them out
Uh-huh.
at Clemson. So it's not far-fetched to say that they're going to do the same thing this year.
Facts.
And somebody put it in the comments. I think Oklahoma has a better defensive line than almost anybody in the SEC.
I think we got the best defensive line in the SEC.
Man, I want to say that so bad, Legend. I want to say it's too. Shoo.
We'll prove it on the field. Not much we will do.
Yeah.
People, Romley said people are only saying 6 and 6 because they can't say 6 and 9 because they find us so sexy. But you crazy, man. Under OU says everybody wants OU to be the next Nebraska that goes 6 and 6 every year. Well, here's the point, guys. They're not gonna go 6-6 every year.
Nope.
I mean, I can keep saying it over and over and over and over and over and over again, man. And I just can't fix my lips to say that Oklahoma's gonna be 6-6.
I can't either.
Not
I've got us at 8-4 on the floor and 10-2 as the ceiling.
Okay. Bishop.
You already know. I see 9-3 and 11-1. That's the ceiling.
Who are the 3 losses?
The 2 you already know is LSU and Alabama. Those are toss-ups. And I know we go.
Here's the thing. The LSU game, we were up for a while, but the offense couldn't do shit.
Yeah, I know.
So you mean tell me that they're gonna come in into Norman and look,
No.
Tennessee got a gift from Jackson Arnold. He gave them shit, the Jordans, the helmet, the gloves, the jersey, the pads. He gave them everything.
Tennessee used to be until that Nico whole situation went down. Now it's, I think that's why it's moved the needle for me.
Well, I mean, okay, Thunder OU says 2 teams OU needs to beat next year, Texas and LSU. I'm thinking that, look, with the pressure, man, that OU is going to put, even the year that Oklahoma came back after they got beat 49-0 by Texas, they sacked Ewers multiple times. He threw multiple interceptions, and he was experienced. So I'm just saying, man, I know everybody has this great faith in Arch Manning. I get it, man, but I just think that a lot of people are setting that kid up for failure, man. They are setting him up for failure. And I don't want him to, I mean, I don't want no kid to fail, man. I really don't. But I just think that he's going to get into a situation, man, to where that name on the back of his jersey is going to get him a lot of conflicts. If you don't perform the way you're supposed to perform, the boo's going to come. And how does he respond to that? How does he react to that? You know, Brent Venables makes some quarterbacks look silly. So I get it why everybody says Texas and LSU because of, I guess, Texas because of Arch and because of Sark. But that defense last year had Sark them all in control the first half. They just couldn't do shit on offense. And we all knew it. So if Arbuckle comes in the first few games and starts putting up points, the narrative is going to change. Oklahoma is going to be a force to reckon with. And I think that's what him and Kevin Wilson are doing. Dude, look, I will never underestimate Kevin Wilson because he does a great play action. He does a great play action, and he loves to run crossing routes across the field and make your D-backs run across the field. And if you play zone, the tight end kills you. So if you go back and watch some of the Kevin Wilson videos, the games that Jermaine Grissom had big games, it's because the cornerbacks tried to do a zone, and when you do zone, that middle is wide open. That's why Grissom used to always kill Oklahoma State
and Texas Tech.
They play a cover 2 with a tight end over. They play a cover 2 with the cornerbacks over top, and you got one safety. He can't cover the whole damn field with one safety.
Mm-mm. So
this is why I'm saying, man, you guys got to do your own homework, man, and go watch Arbuckle's videos when he was at Mizzou. Watch the crossing routes. Watch the big route. Watch the double moves, the double post moves, the wheel routes out of the backfield with the running backs. So
yes, sir.
You'll see all this, man. And he did that with 3-star and low-level guys. who wanted to go to damn Washington State to play football? Skill wise, only kids from the West Coast. But now you're down here in Oklahoma, and you bringing that style down here with these thoroughbreds and these horses and these quarter horses. You gonna be okay? I'm just preaching. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just saying, get ready for the boom.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Well, I done preached my little sermon, and I done talked about Nick Saban. I done talked about a lot of these fans that hate Oklahoma. All I keep saying, man, is keep hating on them. It's just fueling the fire. It's just fueling these guys, because one thing that we do as kids and fans is that we do read social media posts, and we do hear how these people talk about we're gonna go 6-6 again. So get ready.
Get ready.
Anything that you guys
All I
want to
know
add?
is I love me some gumbo, and everybody knows special spices have to come in the gumbo. So keep up the receipts, because they come and due.
One last question, if I can ask it.
Go ahead.
Jesse said, and Mizzou. That's gonna be a beatdown game.
That because they coming to Norman.
Yeah, that one is circled. That one is circled.
Well, I think the one that's circled is Auburn first, then Mizzou.
Yep. Yeah, because we had drink sass in Columbia last year, and
well, Jackson just gave him the ball and everything.
Yeah.
Man, so
There's a common theme to this. We just gave it away.
He just walked up to him and said, "Here, I don't want it no more. Here, take it. Take my candy." Terrible. All right, guys. All right. Anything that you guys want to add, Mike? Anything you want to add, buddy?
I'm good, brother.
I'm good.
I always appreciate you having me on, though, Coach. Until my channel gets back up and running.
Oh man, any time, big dog. But to all those people that are hating Oklahoma, keep it hating, man. Keep on hating. We're gonna keep acknowledging you. We're gonna keep giving you all the praise, all the glory. Because when Oklahoma start winning on games, I don't want to hear, well, man, what had happened was, I don't want to hear that.
Oh, I was just talking noise last year, and y'all said, no.
Jesse says, Mizzou is so annoying with their welcome to the SEC talk like they are somebody. Look, they had one good year. And that was their first year in the SEC when they came out of the Big 12, and they caught everybody off guard with the spread offense. And they went to the SEC championship game and got their butt whooped. So ever since then, they haven't really done anything. So that's okay. Everybody knows that Oklahoma is going to do their thing. So we're going to see and let that be it. Until then, man, Bishop, we'll get back on Sunday, and we'll finally read the emails Sunday. I'll have a few of them. I told Kimberly K we're down to 150 because 250 of them were about the legal stuff, and I'm not even entertaining those. So the 150, man, are about mainly you two. Some of them questions for you guys. So Mike, you got to be on. So Mike, you got to be on Sunday.
Okay.
To answer some of these questions because some of them are about you and your country upbringing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'll be happy to share my country upbringing.
They've got something about that, something about your band and all that kind of stuff, and then something about Bishop about his religion. So it's gonna be a good show, man. Like I said, you guys get more emails than you guys realize.
And you know what? Hey, the more the merrier. If you got some questions that you want to ask, hey, go ahead and send an email.
Bring it to us.
Quick question, Kimberly K. How's everything going on your end? Everything still good?
Yeah. Thank you.
I wanted to ask if you're still in here. How's everything going on your end? I'll wait until you respond because we've been praying for you, so I want to make sure.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Things been going in the right direction. Is there any update? She's probably typing right now. She's probably typing. And I'm going to wait, Kimberly K. You better hurry up. I got to eat these burritos. Okay, she might be gone already. All right. Well, I'll wait and see, and then I'll post it when we get through with this and everything, man. But until
Absolutely.
then, man, you guys, man, have a wonderful night, man. Horns down like always. And until Sunday, man, we'll be back on, man. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time. We'll be back on here, man, with Mike Legend, Bishop Frank, and your boy Coach Ricks, man. Until then, man, you guys have a wonderful. Hold on. She says, I'm searching. Jesse says, I wish you well, Kimberly. I wasn't there, love, but I heard on the rewatch. So yeah, we're still praying for you, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
we're still praying for you, darling.
blessings are coming. Blessings are coming. You got 3 kings praying for you and everything, man. So at the end of the day, you know, prayers will be answered. Until then, horns down. You guys have a wonderful night, man. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys Sunday, man. Take care.
I'll be there, Coach.
All right, bud.
Receipts are coming due.
Receipts are coming.
Receipts are coming.
Duplication. Y'all have a good one, babe.
Money making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Money making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Money making good, my money.